Now we start discussing. So in this chapter or in this topic, now we are discussing the inflection in verb. So inflection in the verb, we have two types of inflection in the verb. One is the verb changes according to the tense, according to the aspect, and according to the mood also. Three types of basic changes or basic inflection. This is the basic inflection in the verb. But we have also the inflection in the verb according to the gender, number, and person. So when we have some types of gender with the subject noun, so we are also changing the verb. So this kind of inflection occurs due to the agreement. So we have the agreement between the subject and verb that we discussed many times. लड़का गया, लड़की गई, लड़के गए, हम लड़कियां गईं. So this kind of inflection that we have in our language. So it is the change in that particular verb happening due to the subject of the due to the subject of the noun. This is the noun which occurs as a subject position. So we have some changes in that subject. So according to that changing, we have the inflection in the verb. So this inflection in terms of gender, number, and person. But here we are not discussing the terms of person. Here we have discussed only gender and number. Person means when we have such change in the verb according to the first person, second person, and third person. Like for first person, like मैं आया and वो आई and हम आए. So this kind of change from आया to आए, हम वो आई means plural, girls plural, वो आई. So this is due to the person. So this kind of inflection we have in the verb due to the agreement, because of agreement for the subject. So according to the subject, there is an agreement of the verb. So we have some inflection in the verb in terms of gender, number, person, and case also. So the agreement means the verb changes its form to match the subject and object in gender and number. So we have already discussed like वो गया, वो गई, वो गए. So that is वो गया for the gender marking, for the he, and वो गई for she, and वे गए for they. So that change from the गया to गई to गए. Inflection in the verb according to the gender, number, person, tense, present, perfect, progressive, future, and mood. So for gender, we have gaya, गई. For number, we have गया and गए. For person, like मैं जाता हूँ, वो जाता है या तू जाता है. like मैं जाता हूँ, तुम जाते हो या तू जाता है. And वो जाता है and वो जाते हैं. For tense, we have गया था, tense past is the गया था, and for present जाता है, for past, for future जाएगा. And for present progressive we have जा रहा है, and for past progressive जा रहा था, and for future progressive जा रहा होगा, and for future जाऊंगा and जाएगी. Simple change in the verb, but for future progressive we have different change. And for mood, we have some imperative mood like उठो, जाओ, खाओ, and command change, but we have sometimes the indicative moods also, which to give the factual information, and the subjunctive mood also, to have to resume something, to wish something. That means to indicate the subjunctive mood. So that we have already discussed. We have inflection in verbs, so which shows the inflection tense, aspect, and mood in terms of agreement, it's in gender and number. So for inflection in verb, so that is the present, past, and future. So we have already discussed. For present वो पढ़ता है, for past वो गया, for future वो जाएगा. So this kind of change we have in this kind of inflection in the verb we have in terms of tense. In terms of tense. So tense has the present, past, and future. So for every tense we use different types of verbs. For agree with the person and number, so tense has different types of agreement. So like for मैं, it is singular, we use हूँ verb. For हम we use है. For तू we use है. For तुम we use हो. For आप we use है. For वो third person we use है, and for वो or with the third person plural we have used him. So this kind of expression we have according to the according to the number and person. So in first person singular हूँ, first person plural है, second person singular है, second person plural हो, and the second and the third person there is some polite feature also in second person, because sometimes we use do and sometimes we use dum to make it plural, but we are also using the of. So like when you use the sentence like so we have तू गया, या तू गया and गए तुम गए और आप गए. So here is आप is actually a singular. So for singular we are also using they. For plural up we are also using they. So in this case for gray you cannot understand the singular and pluralness of the subject. So when you use the up, so we are using the same gray for singular, and when you use the up for plural for more than one person, so we are using the same verb gray. So we cannot differentiate in the inflection marking for this singular and plural in terms of the honorific marker up. So then in terms of gender, so there is like tha, the, thi, and thi. So for singular we have tha, for plural we have the in terms of masculine. But for feminine we have thi, and for feminine we have thi. Like ladki, no, ladka, tha, ladke, the, and ladki, thi, and ladkiya, thi. So that is the agreement for the verb in terms of gender and the person is and the number like singular and plural. So we have some change in the verb. So here we have discussed mostly the auxiliary verb, the example, but we are using any types of verb and they have some change. We have like aya, so like aya, I, and I. When we say gaya, gaya, gaye, gayi, and gain. So for person, we have also discussed the change in the verb. Now we are have some other example like मैं था, तू था, वो था, हम थे, तुम थे, आप थे, and ये थे. So these are the different types of pronoun. So for मैं we use था, and for तू we use था, for वो we use था, for हम we use थे, for तुम we use थे, and for आप we use थे, and for ye and we, we are also using they. So these things we have already discussed in terms of person, like it is the first person and it is the second person, it is of first person plural, it is the second person and it is the third person. So we have different types of inflection in the main verb according to the pronouns also. So pronoun in terms of person. And we have also some types of inflection in the verb according to the aspect. Aspect. So there are four types of aspect discussed here: simple, habitual, progressive, and perfective. So in simple aspect, we use like वो लिखता है, लिखता है. In the habitual aspect, we use the verb like वो पढ़ता है. So पढ़ता है means some types of habitual means sometimes the habitual and simple are used in the in same way. Sometimes we are making the differentiate between some activities are habitual activities, so we use as a habitual aspect for this, and some activities are there are some simple sentence. We are just describing something. So that the simple thing we are describing some factual thing, it is the simple aspect. So in progressive, we use रहा है. In perfective, we use चुका है, वो पढ़ चुका है. So these are the aspect in the Hindi Urdu. So in according to aspect, we have also some inflection in the word. So the habitual aspect expresses the repeated or the regular action what somebody usually says. So that we have already discussed like वो आता है, वो आती है. So we have also the aspect according to the masculine and feminine. And that is changed into the in terms of gender and number. So the verb normally used as ata or ati for the simple aspect, but this ata and ati can also change according to the gender and number. So in masculine we use ta for masculine plural you have te, for feminine singular you have ti, for feminine plural you have use ti. Like वो आता है, वे आते हैं plural, वो आती है singular, and वे आती हैं plural. So the simple aspect Martin has the one types of inflection, but this kind of inflection can also we are adding some other types to make it agree with the subject when the subject is singular and plural, and when the subject is feminine and masculine. So according to that, we have also some inflection in verb. So the previous table is that the example of inflection the verb stem are so it stay the same, but it changes or it adds some suffixes according to the gender and number. So for gender and number, so they both inflection both category go in the same way. So for example, there is one another feature of the Hindi Urdu, like when you say that वे आते हैं. So here we have the two categories. One is the for masculine and one is the for plural. So you cannot differentiate which one is masculine category or which one is the plural category. But you just understand that they use for both masculine and plural, and ta use for both same masculine and singular, and t use for both feminine and singular, and t use for both plural and feminine. So this kind of inflection we have in the verb according to the aspect with a simple aspect and simple aspect also adding some more suffixes for the number and gender. So in progressive aspect, simply we have raha, rahe, and rahi. So the progressive aspect is raha, but it also change according to the number and gender into rahe and rahi. So for masculine we have for masculine singular we have raha, for masculine plural rahe, for masculine for feminine singular rahi, and for feminine plural we have use rahi. So that is the change we have. So for inflection, the suffixes and with add the gender and number. So it tells us that something has already happened, unlike the habitual or progressive aspect, which indicate the repeated ongoing action. In the perfect as formed by adding the suffix perfect particle to form the verb. So still we have discussed the two types of aspect, simple and habitual aspect. And the other is perfective aspect, progressive aspect. So for progressive, we use raha, and for simple we use ta. And now for perfective we use a, a, and so the perfective also has adding some gender and number or the person suffixes to agree with the subject. So agreement depends on the two types, like intransitive verb and transitive verb. So for gender marking, we have like for masculine singular we have pada and pade. Or for feminine singular we have padi, and for feminine plural we have padi. Like लड़की लड़के ने पढ़ा, लड़कों ने लड़के ने पढ़ा, लड़कियों ने पढ़ा, लड़कों ने पढ़ा. So if there is no change into the according to the subject, because may is the constraint here. So when we say लड़की पढ़ चुकी है, लड़का पढ़ चुका है, and लड़के पढ़ चुके हैं. So this kind of perfective aspect we have in the Hindi and Urdu. So for masculine we use pada, for masculine plural we have pade, for feminine singular we have padi, for feminine plural we have padi. So there are some changes in inflection according to the intransitive and transitive verb also. So from intransitive we change it from the gir to gira, for chal to chala, for par to pada, for likh to likha. So that is the change from the intransitive to the transitive. So the gir is the base verb and the gira become by adding some transitive phrase like wo gira, and chal is the basic verb and it changes into the wo chala. So we are adding some suffixes here to make it transitive and masculine agreement, or adding some masculine agreement. Like gir giri, chal chali, pad padi, and lit to into likhi. And now we have some verb interaction according to the mood also. So verb has some inflection, some changes in the basic form according to the mood. So there are two types of mood: presumptive mood and subjunctive mood. So for presumptive mood we have वो आया होगा, and for subjunctive mood we use the अगर वो आए तो मैं मिलूं. So this kind of verb actually describe its mood according to the inflection. So we have changed some verb to that for the explanation, or for the to express for the expression of the mood also. So when we have like the verb hona, so in the presumptive form, so it changes according to the person, number and gender. Like मैं हूँगा, तुम होंगे, मैं हूँगी, हम होंगे. So this is kind of change we have. For मैं we use मैं हूँगा, for हम we use हम होंगे, for मैं which is feminine we use मैं होंगी, for हम we use हम होंगी for the feminine plural. So when feminine singular मैं होंगी, masculine plural हम होंगे, masculine singular मैं होऊंगा. But in terms of second person, like तू होगा, तुम होगे, तू होगी, and तुम होंगी. So for masculine singular तुम होगा, for masculine plural तुम होगे, for feminine singular तू होगी, for feminine plural तुम होंगी. So that is the change we have in the verb होना according to the person, gender and number. So there are some third person also. So for some third person, there is a second person, we are adding some polite feature or the honorific feature. So to be honorific feature, so honorific means when we honor someone, so we use the आप subject. So आप होंगे and आप होंगे. For singular plural, so they to use in same way. So we cannot make the distinction between the singular plural. We use the आप. And the आप does not determine whether it is a singular or the plural. And for third person, we use वो and वो होगा, वे होंगे, वो होगी and वो होंगे. Now we have the subjunctive form. So in mood, still we are discussing the presumptive form. Now we are discussing the subjunctive form. So the subjunctive forms have different types of person agreement. So the होना like मैं हूँ, तुम हो. For second person, we have tu ho and tum ho. And for third person, we use for second person polite, we use आप हूँ. For third person, we use वो हो and वो वे हो. Like अगर वे हो तो मैं उनसे मिल रहा हूँ, वो हो तो मैं उससे बात कर रही हूँ, तुम आप हो तो मैं आपसे मिल रहा हूँ. This kind of change we have. for the subjunctive mood. So subjunctive form is hona. So it has different types of inflection according to the person, number, and gender. Sometimes gender, but here we have discussed only the person and number. And this is the presumptive mood, which has the basic form is hona. So hona has different form according to the person, number, gender, agreement. So we have the inflection according to those first person, second person in animal life. According to third person, gender, and number. Now come to the adjective inflection. Adjective also has some agreement with the subject. So according to the gender, number, and case. So we have acha become अच्छे or अच्छी, गरीब become गरीब. So these are the two types of inflection: inflection adjective and invariant adjective. So in opinion of अच्छा become अच्छे and बुरा become बुरा. But there's some other form like सुंदर and खूबसूरत. Like खूबसूरत does not change for the masculine and feminine, and the sundar does not change. Sundar lड़का सुंदर लड़की. We are not saying सुंदर लड़का सुंदरी लड़की. So it does not. It remains change. It is the invariable adjective. It does not change according to the gender, number, and case. So there is some example for masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, feminine plural. So we use the अच्छा लड़के, अच्छी लड़की, अच्छे लड़के, and अच्छे लड़की. So it has the अच्छा has different inflection or change according to the number and gender of the noun. So it is the singular masculine, it is the singular feminine, it is the singular, it is the plural masculine, it is the plural feminine. So for the inflection in terms of gender and number, we have different types of inflection for big, small, and tall. So like bada, bade, badi. So that is masculine singular, bada, masculine plural, bade, feminine singular plural, bade, masculine singular for chota, masculine plural, chote, masculine feminine singular plural, chote. For tall, for masculine singular, lamba, for masculine plural, lambe and lambu. So this kind of inflection we have in these adjectives according to the number and gender. So for green and good and also kala, kale, kala, kali, hara, hare, hari, acha, achhe, achhe. And now we have some case system for the postposition or the so case system. Actually we have inflection for the case marking into the noun that we have already discussed in the previous lecture or previously, that we have already discussed previously. So the Hindi Urdu not take the different case ending depending on the syntactic role and postposition. So Hindi Urdu has different types of case ending. So case ending is actually for the noun. So it is can be the inflection of the noun. So for nominative we use Ram without any suffix. For oblique we have Ram ka and Ram se. So and for genitive we have ka ki ke. For dative like Ram ko. For adjective we have Ram ne. And for instrumental we have Ram se. For locative like ghar mein. No, sorry. For instrumental we have chaku se. For locative we have ghar mein. For ablative we have ghar se. And for locative around. So this kind of example we use for the case system. So the noun takes different types of case endings or the postposition to determine their case role in the sentence. So that is also one type of inflection, but it is not the inflection in the base form. This is the inflection in terms of taking the suffixes, or we can say these postposition of the case marker. Different types of case noun takes different types of postposition. So direct case takes only the lalaka, but oblique form takes the lalaka when we add some postposition. And the nominative case form has the simple form. So nominative case marks the subject of the intransitive or non-perfected verb. So it does not take any postposition. So now use singularly when we say like the like Sohan Aya. So here the Sohan is the nominative case. So it does not take any case marking. So it is no suffix there. There is no postposition there. Say for oblique mark, the noun change into the oblique form. When we say the lalaka, so it change into lalake. Lalake. When we say the lalako, lalake, तो एकदम लड़कों ने. So that is the oblique case. लड़कों and लड़के. So change it to the when we add some suffix like को, से, में, का, which we add these kind of postposition. The base form लड़का change into the लड़के and the plural form लड़के change into the लड़कों like लड़कों से, लड़कों को, लड़कों ने, लड़कों में. For genitive, we have का की के suffix like Ahmad ka, Ahmad ki, and Ahmad ki. So that is the genitive case. Like Ahmad ka, Ahmad ki, Ahmad ko. And for dative, we use the ko. So dative is the beneficiary object. So like मैंने अहमद को किताब दी. So that is the accusative case when we say that Ahmad को बुखार है. So when the Ahmad is the experiencer, so it takes the dative case को. Ahmad को बुखार है, Ahmad को भूख लगी है, so को is the dative marker. So that is the dative case. For irrigative, we have the linear suffix. For instrumental, we have से suffix. अहमद से किताब ले लो और अहमद ने काम कर लिया. Like अहमद ने खाना खा लिया. So मेरे जो irrigative case. और अहमद से किताब ले लो. So say the instrumental case. या मैंने छुरी से ये चाकू से सेव करता. So चाकू से is also instrumental case. And for locative we have में like so मैं शहर में रहता हूँ. So like मैं शहर में रहता हूँ. So में is the locative case. And ablative means the separation. A and the ablative means which also used by the same like पेड़ से सेब गिरा. So पेड़ से सेब गिरा. So here say is the ablative case. Or when we say the a lake, o lake, so it is the vocative case. So this is the case system that the case system is actually used for the noun. So we have the different postposition to determine the case of different nouns in different position in the sentence. So sometimes we take the position of subject, sometimes we take the position of object, sometimes possessive, sometimes direct position of the subject and object. And they actually they actually takes some types of postposition to determine the case like may, say, to, so these are the postposition in Hindi Urdu to determine the case system for the noun. So that is the oblique form, and even if the another types of case which is the oblique case. So oblique case that we have discussed many times. Oblique case means the base form of the noun from the lalaka change into lalke when we add some postposition like ladke ne, ladke ke, ladke se. So that is the oblique form. Thank you so much.